So in learning how to hand sew, let's see about threading a needle two different ways. The first way is using this little threader device, which is a metal hook. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of them, and we're using embroidery floss. Sometimes they'll ask you to split this floss into like 2 or 3 different strands instead of using all 6. But for the project I would be using, I'm going to be using all 6 threads. So I wove that back together, twisted it back together, and then I'm going to have to choose a large needle that has a large hole in the end so it will fit through. So you can see kind of the different sizes of holes there, and I'll use that large end to go through the large hole of the needle, and then you got to be kind of coordinated. Grab that hook and pull it on through. It's really very simple. Now, I was going to mention that sometimes you're going to sew with a double thread. So you pull 2 threads and you're going to knot them together into 2 strands like that. But most of the time when you do embroidery, you only use 1 strand. You kind of make the knot only in one of those strands of the thread. Now this also works just for the thin type of thread too. So this little hook device that I have also has a small end on the other end. So you can use your smaller needles with the smaller holes and it will fit through there. And again, it takes a little bit of coordination. Didn't get it that time, but will the second time. Get it hooked through there and then gently pull it through the hole of the needle, the eye of the needle, as such. And again, you might be using either a double thread or a single thread to knot it. I have another video on how to knot a thread. The second way is pretty obvious. It's just putting it directly through the hole. I always clip the floss to have a good cut in so there's no frays on it. I am known to put that in my mouth or to wet it a little bit. And then you just take your needle and, well, first you pull that thread very close between your fingers and then put that needle head over it and gently pull. You want to get all of the strands of your floss through. So if you're using 6 strands with a larger needle hole, you want to get all 6 of those strands. Or if you're using 3 little strands of the thread or 2 of the embroidery thread, whatever. But this is how to hand sew, threading a needle 2 ways from Welcome to Nana's. Come on over and join the fun.